Animes for jerks.
I love the smell of fingers in the morning. Smells like
anime.
But what is anime?
You have to ask Dicksniffers. I'm not Dicksniffers.
Hello and welcome to another great fucking episode of the show that no one listens to. It's a bunch of Dicksniffers talking about anime. We're doing a fucking time travel episode this time. Are you all excited?
We will be.
Time travel.
Psychic Kangaroo, my
I'm from
friend.
an hour in the future. This episode sucked.
Oh yeah, you're right. I don't even need... Wow. You are a time traveler. Alright, with me we have future laboratory fucking experimenter number 1, Carlos.
But, like, if he's from an hour from the future, aren't our podcasts more than an hour?
Alright, that's too big a question for us.
Relativity, it's hard to explain.
Yeah.
How does that work?
And the other voice you hear is fucking future whatever, fucking... It's Dave.
Well, first you start with a spherical cow.
Alright, we got Carlos, Dave, Ari, Hunter, and special guest from the Big Apple.
Kareem.
It's Kareem.
Abdul-Jabbar?
No, that's a great joke. Good job.
So he's Agent 006, right?
Yeah.
No. He is Agent HVZ.
Call him, I don't know, some weird ass nickname.
Sure.
Silver
Cream.
Silver Cream.
Just stick with cream.
Yeah, just cream. And as we announced 6 months ago on our last episode, we've all been watching Steins Gate. Every single one of us have watched the entire show, even like 5 times over. We know everything about it.
Totally.
Ask me anything. I'm an expert in time travel.
But before we dive into the quantum realm of world lines and microwaves, let's fucking talk. What have you guys been doing? What have you guys been watching? What's your life been like since we last met?
Fuck, what happened last month? Shit. That's a good question.
Well,
SOC 1 compliance. It's not fun. Let's
see. I'm watching some more JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I'm in part 4 now. It's fucking silly as shit.
Thank you.
Shit, man. What else? Watching Steins Gate. Been to like 3 cons now, I think. It's kind of convention season. That's what I do, like on weekends and shit to make money.
Yeah.
yeah, man.
Actually, yeah, quite a few. I've seen a lot of JoJo cosplayers.
David, the world doesn't need to know that. Like, for example, right? The world doesn't need to know that I'm a rich billionaire playboy philanthropist.
Yeah.
That
A philanthropist or a full-on rapist?
the first one.
Oh, okay.
The full-on rapist?
Yeah, I help people. Yeah.
Which one did you say first?
I think it was the second one.
Good save, Hunter.
Please.
For the record, Hunter has not raped anyone that we know.
Whoa.
No.
Oh, no, wait.
You don't need to add that last part.
It's true, though. Really? Where to go just propagate that rape culture stuff?
Oh, rape culture. Great. We're gonna go into this discussion on this anime podcast.
Well, in a podcast with all males and how many women?
Yeah, exactly.
Let's
Fucking
do it.
nothing.
I mean,
let's go
I
there.
think
Kareem,
Ari
I
might
want
be
you
able
to
to. I'm
take-
not sure.
Wow.
Kareem, I want you to take the wheel. I want you to I want you to give us a hard left. Where do you want to go here?
Take the wheel, Jesus.
Well, let's see. I have quite a few skirts in my closet.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, me too.
Oh.
Go on.
So is Kareem your stage name, or how does this... It's fine, don't worry about it.
I'm trying to give you a little bit of the spotlight here, because you're like... fuck, did we come up with a clever acronym yet?
You're...
The guest whiff?
That's...
Yeah, I don't know where you're tending to go with that.
This special guest weeb, I don't know.
Wow.
This week's whiff.
The special guest character, Kareem.
Exactly.
I want you to take control of this podcast.
I'm trying to give you like a segment because like all of us have had a chance to talk over the past couple of weeks. If you don't want to, like, if you want to just wait and wing it and go as you go, we can.
I've already been winging it as it is.
All right,
Hunter,
cool.
that's trade secret. That's what we all fucking do in this podcast. We just
What?
wing the shit out of this.
Yeah.
Wait.
I mean, let's see. What have I done in the last month besides too much work? Boku no Hero Academia. I just started Fate Stay Night. The first one, this / Fate. Catch up on all my sci-fi shows.
Yeah.
Dark Matter and Winona Earp is back.
Dark Matter's pretty good.
Hey man, the best anime ever just came back on TV. Game of Thrones.
Oh yes. Oh my god.
So it's the best anime, guys. I think Ari's my waifu. I don't know.
Yeah.
She makes a damn good pie, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I hear the phrase "loved it."
Pretty fucking good. Oh, dude, so good. You know, it's hard to hate Euron too because his entrance in this fucking series, he killed like 3 of the worst characters. I'm like, shit, I fucking love this guy. Like, he's a bad guy, right?
Yeah. It's pretty cool, though.
Like, god damn it.
So, anyways,
Yes.
I think Carlos was trying to tell us something earlier.
Until, someone cut in. Thank you for that, by the way.
Oh, by the way, no, let me cut in again. So, wait, Carlos, I discussed you with this. Let's, the drinking game. So for any listeners that are listening to this, here's a drinking game. Every time Dave, like, talks over someone or, like, steps on someone's spotlight, take a drink. Every time Hunter,
I got that.
every time Hunter has bad taste in anime, take a drink. Every time
They're gonna die. They're
every
gonna
time-
fucking die.
Every time Carlos
drink.
has technical
Yeah.
difficulties, take a
Yeah,
drink.
I don't have enough alcohol for this.
Every time I scream into a microphone, take a drink.
Every time Carlos, microphone cuts off, we just all, like, agree with his, like, static.
Yeah, every time we pretend to hear what Carlos said. And every time Ari tries to have a reasonable discussion about anime, take a drink. And you'll be
I
dead.
like that.
You'll be
This
dead.
kills the viewer, though.
If you don't have alcohol poisoning, you're doing it wrong.
Oh, Bleach works too. If you got that, you know.
I was
Oh,
just
man, I
gonna
love
say
that
that. Damn
anime.
it. That's a joke. If you don't have alcohol, store-bought bleach is fine, too.
I tossed it out to you, Hunter, and you knocked it out of the park.
Yep. Man, I'm just Bankai. A little bit of bleach, one part ammonia, touch of arsenic.
Sure, yeah, you know.
I thought you were going for what's the word, chloroform, but then the arsenic threw me like on a hard left turn.
No. Bleach plus ammonia, that's not quite mustard gas. It's
Mustard gas, right? Yeah.
no, it's similar to mustard gas, but not quite.
Well, let's ask Ari.
Same.
We're not Taylor.
Oh, alright.
Oh, we're gonna go to dining hall and we take the trolley and.
Oh yeah, that was a great story. Taylor, long lost and forgotten member of this podcast that doesn't exist anymore because he's dead to us.
It's a different timeline he existed in this podcast, right?
He once sniffed chloroform.
Wait, how do you remember that?
What? It's my
Clearly,
reading
someone has a sign to
Steiner.
get here.
It's my reading Steiner, guys. It allows me to see through world lines.
It's a terrible name for it, dude. She gets something
Yes,
else
it is.
instead.
Yes, it is.
This is
Like, actually, no. If I remember correctly, GURPS has an entire ability for that shit.
GURPS. I'm sure it does. GURPS has everything, doesn't it? Isn't that the entire?
Yes, it does. It does, but it had like 2 specific abilities: one for reading one that was equivalent to reading Steiners, and one that was totally opposite of it. And you can never have the both of them at the same time.
Steiners.
That's what you clinged on to.
I've got a raging Steiner right now.
Oh, my divergent lines! Oh my god. I'm diverging!
That's
Wait, but are you diverging or was your legs diverging?
So good.
I mean, yeah.
Alright, Kareem, I want you to talk a little bit about My Hero Academia, because I'm trying to get some of these people to fucking watch it.
Oh yes.
Oh my god, it was. How do I put this?
I liked that hard H.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful and it is inspiring.
Yeah.
It is everything we want in comic books right now, but with shonen.
Yeah, man.
And the thing is, the way they structured the anime is you see it very clearly from episode fucking 1 that it is intended to be a long-running series, much like One Piece, for example, and Naruto.
It's just the three bullet points of just One Piece, and One Piece.
Yeah, I totally blanked out. I don't watch them. I normally don't watch long-running animes. But the thing about
has 1,000 episodes.
God.
I was pointedly not mentioning Bleach because the way the storyline just took a total nosedive. But the thing with Boku no Hero Academia, it just with episode 1 will sell you because they have comic book superheroes.
Yeah.
In Japan, essentially, everyone is like that, except the main character is one of the 2% of the population without a superpower, and all he wants to do is help people.
That low?
It is very generous of him.
Yeah.
Yes, it is very low.
Yeah,
Lower than that.
a lot of like other
Yeah.
characters just like that aren't even heroes just have abilities like that just like go on to study business or go on to study science or something.
Well, he's someone without powers in a world where everyone has superpowers.
Yeah.
By the age of 10, or if not 5, 6, 7. But the thing is, it's a world of superheroes, so they have their classic Superman, All Might. And the thing about it is that by the end of episode 1, they take Superman and they give him cancer, thereby making him someone that you can empathize with.
Exactly. Someone you can relate
By taking
with.
such a heroic figure who is idiotically powerful, who when we see is pulling his superhero stick is one of the most powerful things in the entire universe. And then you see him as a humane character as soon as they enter the cancer type of bullshit.
Exactly. That's how you deal with these kind of characters. You make them so strong that they're an idol to the protagonist, but you give them flaws so they're human to the viewers.
Yes. And the thing is that the main character wants to become the epitome of what All Might represents, what a heroism is. The entire show is a commentary on what it means to be a hero and on heroism and superheroism.
Yeah, and it's also a giant love letter to like Western culture and like comic books and everything. There's so many different little like nuggets of
But
like,
with shonen.
yeah, but there's so many little nuggets of like, oh yeah, they totally read this. Oh yeah, they're totally fucking fans of this or this, and you can see it. In
Oh
there.
no! Yeah, no, that's very clear. The author has made it very clear that he was inspired by DC and Marvel and a bunch of other comics. All Might, for example, all of his dresses in Star Spangled Banner shit,
Oh, yeah.
and his signature moves are all names of states, cities, or of states and cities in the U.S.
It's fantastic. It's fantastic.
Missouri Punch, Detroit Punch.
Detroit Punch.
I
What
was
was it?
very scared of the Newark Punch or whatever that thing is.
No. His most powerful one is United States of something.
I'd be very nervous seeing like his like Newark powers just like stealing fucking hubcaps off of the car or something.
Yeah,
I don't
Newark
know.
Punch. You don't want to get a Newark Punch.
So, funny little tidbit about the author. On the One Piece 20th anniversary celebration, Oda revealed that, he got like a sort of fan letter or whatever from Boku no Hero Academia's author. And it's like, hey, 20 years later, this guy's in the same fucking comic with me.
Nice.
That's great.
That's cool
Yeah,
shit.
I saw that.
And arguably is to succeed him.
No, nothing's going to exceed One Piece until One Piece ends.
No, not exceed, succeed.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because while One Piece is ending, Boku no Hero Academia is set up alongside Attack on Titan, I think, to be the staples of Shonen Jump.
That's true.
Attack on Titan's probably gonna end in maybe 30 chapters or so.
Yeah, it's definitely at the end game right now.
Which at one chapter per month is what, another 3 years?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Hopefully, though, by that point, like the anime has enough time to catch up to it and stuff, but doesn't overtake it again because like that show cannot survive another 4-year gap. I don't think.
Yeah, that was crazy. Like, how would it even survive? Like, and you can tell that there's not that much excitement as there was when it first came out for that show.
The hype is still there though. It's kind of fucking crazy. Like I've been to a lot of cons the last 3 years and shit. There's always people wearing fucking like the capes and shit. Like there's always at least like a dozen of them walking around.
See, I'm gonna go ahead and I wanted to say, wait for it to reach Netflix again, season 2, and you're gonna suddenly see a resurgence of Attack on Titan again, because I think Netflix helped season 1 gain a huge mainstream popularity.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, like, there's a huge following for Seven Deadly Sins, and that's only been on Netflix, right?
Yeah.
But that's not. But you're all forgetting something. Especially because we all live in this side of the hemisphere, we tend to only look at how popular something is in the U.S. when the international sphere is very, very much larger.
Yeah, totally.
Just because it hasn't been very popular here in the U.S., Attack on Titan has been continuously popular in Japan, even through those 4 years, because they had the 2 movies, the OVAs, the commercials, and whatever the hell they did like last year.
Yeah, you got a really good point. There's a lot more content that they got that we didn't really get. Well, we got, but like for us to get out and get it, and like those movies and everything else, we have to do.
Yeah, but from what I've seen, it's not just anime. It looks like what was it? The new Tom Cruise movie, The Mummy, is gonna be a total failure here in the U.S. But over in China, it's gonna explode because they fucking love Tom Cruise. The movie that just came out last week, Valerian and this City of a Thousand Stars, City of a Thousand Planets, totally tanked in the box office here, but the box office is just the United States. It's gonna be wildly successful in France, where they actually know the source material.
I actually want to watch that one still, because it's the same guy that did Fifth Element, and it looks like it has that same level of campiness that movie has, and like
the visuals are amazing. The plot, it leaves much to be asked for.
Now, is it as silly as fucking like just Bruce Willis in space?
From what I understand, not really. Although I have not seen it yet, so I don't know for sure, just based off of the reviews I've seen.
Yeah, I should watch it at some point. 'Cause it sounds like it might be kind of good. I don't know.
Dave, I got no fire. I got no fire. Sorry, just making. It's a reference to a movie. Hey, look at me. I'm Dean. I'm a dancing monkey.
I actually.
You want some fire? I mean, where's Todoroki?
Todoroki. Oh, what a great character. I would love to talk about Todoroki, but we don't.
For the glory of Satan, of course.
We're nailing it this time, guys.
So
our best podcast.
I'm not gonna take credit for this because I saw this on a YouTube video earlier, but I agree with it completely, and I want to mention it because it actually draws a direct contrast to what you guys were saying earlier about how they drew like ideas and concepts from American comics. But My Hero Academia has a complete opposite. Like, they clearly took ideas from it and the inspiration, but there's a completely different thing in that they have a world set up where superheroes are already integrated into society.
Yep.
Like,
oh yeah.
And it's to a degree that the history of the world seems a little off because they specified. When that baby woke up with its first power, it was in a hospital with 20th century technology. And here we are, 60 years later, some shit like that, and we still see the same technological capacity. But if you look at the way they describe some powers, it sounds as if these powers have been around for much, much, much longer.
Right. Basically, even though it hasn't been that long, they're already completely integrated.
Yes.
Whereas DC and Marvel Comics, you have like Spider-Man, who's constantly just ostracized, and Superman, who even though people look up to him, he's still like the alien.
With DC and Marvel, they never integrate superheroes. They always keep them separated and as something as a quote-unquote recent thing. And in particular, they do that because they reboot it every 5 years.
Oh yeah.
I wish I could remember the guy who posted this YouTube video, so I could give credit. But
Stanley.
if anyone does, yeah.
Well, to be fair, Stan Lee created the X-Men to kind of make a commentary on the
racism
civil rights
movement.
Era.
Yeah,
era
Professor
itself.
X and Magneto are just like their analogs for Malcolm X and fucking Martin Luther King Jr.
Yeah, pretty much.
That is kind of true, actually. And I've always felt like
that is what those characters are.
Their jet thingy, the Blackbird, I kind of feel like they chose that particularly because Blackbird is a song by the Beatles about civil rights.
Huh.
But I don't know if that's just like a coincidence or it's just like, because I mean, it's in was it SR-77 Blackbird?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if that's because it's just like a cool looking jet or if it's because the Blackbird because Beatles. I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, that reminds me, like, Stanley based that off that, whereas Attack on Titan is entirely has an entire subtext about Judaism and the way Jews have been treated all throughout history.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially in the later series when you learn about a lot of shit going on that I don't want to talk about.
As the Eldians.
Yeah, the Eldians. Yeah, like there's a lot of shit there, especially like all like the fucking like Germanic names and shit too. It's like, oh boy, like I don't like this.
Well then.
Oh boy.
It's like okay, but like what if Jews could turn into like monsters and punch stuff?
No, but for real, like they can't. For real.
Right.
I mean, Ari, do you want to?
A magician never reveals his secrets.
I already made a Jew
Pretty
joke.
sure I saw Ari turn into a Titan once after someone gave him a bad score on a test.
Yeah.
And that's been a construction on campus for a while. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure you're hallucinating. Are you sure you're not referring to Ari's golem?
I mean, maybe.
The one that protects his horde?
What horde?
Protects his Eldian gold, right?
Yeah, like HOARD, not HORDE.
Yeah. I feel like we hit the quota for Jew jokes already because I asked Ari about mustard gas
we hit
earlier.
that like 7 episodes ago.
We hit it like episode 1. I was just like, hey guys, remember when South Park did this and it was kind of cool? I'm like, no. I'm like, okay, carry on then.
Well, now you have to go.
You literally have to keep going for the same fucking thing over. Like,
Yeah.
You're not being original.
You're the worst.
I know I'm not.
You're not good. No one likes you.
Yeah.
Wait, hang on.
I'm not hanging
Shit.
on. We're
You're talking about me or talking about Naruto?
So Steins Gate is a show
Yeah,
about
okay.
there's a scientist called Okabe. He travels through time with a microwave. And tell me a little bit about Steins Gate, Ari, since you watched it all.
Yes, so Steins Gate is a glorious adaptation of a visual novel of the same name.
Yes.
That follows Okabe, who is very much the quintessential Chuny character.
Nerd character.
He constantly likes to, revel in his self-indulgence. Oh, I think they're trying to read my mind right now.
Oh yeah.
So for our viewers at home and me who doesn't know what the fuck you just said, like he's a what type character now?
Chuny.
Chunibyo means
what does that mean
giant,
for us?
a giant nerd. Like
Wait, do you not know what Chunibyo is?
you are one
Nope.
of them. It is
You don't know what middle school syndrome is?
Look in a mirror.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That I do know, yeah.
Well, you see, Hunter, some of us have lives.
Oh.
I mean, we're on this podcast, so why don't we just
Yeah.
fucking put a pin in that?
Let's shelve that idea right now. Fucking get rid of that
Let's
shit.
just acknowledge that that's not true, except for possibly Kareem.
And anyways, in the very first episode, while trying to listen to a lecture on time travel, he witnesses the dead body of someone who was also at the talk, Makise Kurisu.
Oh, Christina,
And-
yeah.
And so he sends a message to his buddy in the lab about the fact that she was murdered. And once that happens, suddenly the world line shifts. And in the second episode, we find out that she's still alive. And then it just kind of builds on from there as they slowly learn how to manipulate time travel using a fucking microwave.
So yeah, the main story mechanic of this show is the fact that they can use their cell phones to send a message back in time and change events. But when they do this, all the main cast wants to experiment with this ability once they find out they can do it. But only Okabe is the one that actually goes through and jumps to these alternate universes. And so the show is about learning about this new mechanic of I guess quantum physics and the universe. Also, it's like a psychological study of what this does to a person, and also when you have the powers of a god, but like you can't fix everything. Like what happens to a person. So like as the story goes further and further, it gets darker and darker, and they like all these the butterfly effect. You know, that great Ashton Kutcher movie that everyone remembers.
So
It catches up with the characters with Okabe, and so he has to learn how to like find Steins Gate. Steins Gate is his idea of like the perfect world line, the perfect alternate universe where everything works out, where everything that he
but
wants.
people die eventually.
Yeah, and that's another interesting point about this. Like, you know, like who's to say that if characters die because of his alteration, it wasn't like natural, or wasn't like this is how it was going to go, like either way. So, a lot like Subaru and ReZero, like going crazy from dying and reliving like over and over again, like dealing with the mental toll of what that does to a person. Like the same sort of thing like goes on with Okabe in this show.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's kind of funny they call himself a mad scientist in the very beginning, but it's like by the end of it, or like at least the part that I'm at, he's actually going fucking crazy. I think a little bit.
Yeah, like think about the stress this
A little.
yeah, this would give someone, like the psychological, emotional stress. Like it's crazy. It's crazy to think about. Like in the movie, I don't want to spoil anything, but a character like realizes what Okabe's been through, and they're like, "Oh, you poor bastard! How did he go through this?" Like, and the movie is after the events of the show and everything.
Okay, cool. I'll have to remember that. 'Cause I need to watch that still.
Isn't it supposed to be an alternate take?
I'm not sure.
No, it's not. It takes place after everything, but when it comes, but don't forget the premise of the entire series is parallel universes.
Yeah.
True.
So once they pulled in that character, they pulled in several other world lines as well.
Exactly. Yeah. And there's
Let me ask you guys this.
all right.
Does that character end up becoming a girl, or does he stay a guy?
You're thinking about one of the secondary characters,
It's
not the character we're
It's not
talking
that
about.
character.
That's a dude. He's a
Balls
dude.
are
Or
not,
is she?
balls are not. I would still
After
hit
they
that.
send the text message to the pager, end up becoming a she in the later episodes.
It's interesting, like them dealing with that. Like it's something I like about Persona 4. Like deals with like gender identity, and it does it in a way that's not like kind of ham-handed and kind of like pretentious or anything.
I like how there's no way for him to really ask without being a fucking asshole about it.
Yeah, it's a minefield, really. Like
No.
It is, but don't forget while they explained that the character felt a gender dysphoria and then made the request, they never explained why the hell the character was dressing as a female outside of home.
look, what
And like what his parents' involvement was in that.
just wants to be pretty.
We just don't
Wasn't that
find out
just
about it
because,
after the fact.
Wasn't that just because Mayuri kept wanting him
No.
to cosplay with her?
No, it wasn't, because he was a childhood friend. He is a longtime friend of Okabe, whereas Mayuri he's only known for a few years.
Yeah, I think he just, his parents are cool with it and shit. They worked at a shrine and stuff, so they already were like wearing like ceremonial robes and stuff. So it's like, hey, why the fuck not?
And it fucking works for him too, man.
Yeah, man, work that shit, dude.
Pull it off. Right, Kareem? Never mind. I've seen the Facebook pictures.
Yeah, I totally missed the last 10 seconds.
Oh, that's great. We didn't say anything.
That's what happens, like when you do this, you just realize that time disappears. Like you're gone because people are talking and you don't want to interrupt them.
Yeah.
But then, it's just you can't send a text message back in time to yourself to remind yourself.
Fucking watch me.
Yeah, what?
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 What year is it?
No, what did you say?
Nothing, don't worry about it. Hey, what time is it right now?
It's 12,000 o'clock.
Divergence. Man, so, it's a fucking good show.
So how far has everyone gotten in it?
I'm on episode 15 right now. They just start talking about what the future's like and how fucking shitty it is.
I watched the entire series back when we were all still in school, and about a month back, when Ari mentioned it, I watched the first 6 episodes and the last 6 episodes.
Yeah. Hunter, actually, not Hunter, Ari has watched all of it, I know, because he was talking to me about it. I watched it all a few months back, as I was going through my list of shows I need to watch. How about you, Carlos?
What about me? How far have I gotten?
Yes.
10th episode.
10th episode. So, you're coming up on some things that are gonna... Some things are gonna happen. Just ask Dave.
Yeah. This shit goes from 0 to 100 really fucking fast.
It's great. I love it.
Who's the pop idol again?
It's me.
The girl with the pink hair.
Meow. What is it? Risu or something like that?
No. Girl.
I can't say her name right. She's perfect.
Yeah, she's literally the Moe character.
Meowsers.
Happened though, because she rewrote time, and now there's no anime cafe or all that bullshit.
Yeah.
Do any of these things come back?
Oh yeah. So a lot of because they're fucking with timelines, a lot of the stuff repeats, and there's different changes, small little changes. Yeah, things come back. Some things change for the good. Some things go back to where they were. You just you gotta watch the show.
You got the darkest timeline right now and stuff. There's no anime.
Yeah.
So Hunter, what about you?
Podcast about then?
Hunter,
I'm listening.
I just sent you a text back in time to remind you to talk about Steins Gate. Did you get it an hour ago?
Dean, time travel is a lot more useful through text message if people check their phones.
I was wondering why.
Just text in the future, please respond.
I was wondering why this fucking great bit wasn't working whatsoever. I was wondering why I just wasted my time sending him a text message.
If you're not going to check your phone for an hour, why does it fucking matter?
I would like to quote the dean from Community. Time travel is really hard to write about.
Oh yes.
I thought you meant I thought you were just gonna say the dean wait, talking about why is dean suddenly a proper noun now? What's going on here?
Because I'm pretty baller. And
He's pretty fly for a white guy.
That's all the girlies say.
Fucking show.
Because he has ascended from a person to an object.
Exactly. Thanks for chiming in there, Kareem.
The Fonz.
Wait, hold up.
Hey.
Can I ask a question here?
Next up, objectifying Dean.
Kareem, the person who has already mentioned the whole I don't know what the fuck ever progressive. I don't know what to classify it as.
Man, you're really nailing this, Hunter.
Use. But why are people not objects to begin with? I honestly, I believe, I think that the whole idea of saying that someone is objectifying someone, I get that you're someone could be an asshole about it, but people are objects to begin with. Just because we're sentient doesn't mean we're not objects.
Well, to bring this here's logical conclusion and bring it back to Steins Gate, how do you know you are real? How do you know this is the real you?
You're absolutely right. This could be a simulation.
Exactly.
It's because you're thinking on your computer, you.
Yeah, so I am actually an object, a variable object.
I mean,
or better yet, Hunter, what happens to you when we move when we move through to another world line, or rather, when David moves to another world line?
Yeah.
Oh, it's me.
What happens to your existence?
Am I the
Hopefully, I
guy?
get more attractive.
Guys, what if we get to a timeline where Hunter could shave properly?
Wow.
I think that's
That was
Steins Gate.
me.
That's the perfect timeline.
Okay.
Wait, out of all people, you saying that?
No, I mean,
Yeah,
have you seen his
David,
chest hair?
for
He's
real.
like goddamn Donkey Kong. Come on.
David, really, you're gonna talk to me about
Why does he need to
shaving
know? He could go to a barber.
Guys, he's the Beast Titan though. Have you seen his chest hair?
I try not to.
Also, Hunter, note you should cosplay the Beast Titan.
Okay.
Wait, so his younger brother is who?
Oh, they haven't gotten to that yet, but I have.
Is it me?
Ari's like, yeah. We have fun here.
It's great. Everything's great.
Yes. So, can you tell us about CERN, Kareem?
Oh yes.
Oh, okay. So as much as I fucking love Steins Gate's take on time travel and psychology, I fucking can't stand their usage of CERN as a villain. Not for the fact that it's CERN, but for the fact that they're a faceless villain with a even smaller of a presence than a fucking God damn it, what's it called? Than a fucking God damn it, I'm blanking on the goddamn term now. Not reboot. God damn it. Opera film. Damn it.
Is it bigger than
MacGuffin?
Oh,
They're
right.
worse than a MacGuffin. They're not just a faceless villain. They're a villain that you can swap out with any other organization, and this doesn't make a lick of difference to the entire plot line. Swap CERN for the Umbrella Corporation. Sure, it's a particle collider. Who the fuck cares? That's really the only thing they have. Particle collider. Besides that, what effect do they have on any characters besides one character with a cell phone?
I mean, I think the
And the implication that they're behind all these things, according to one other person. As a villain, they're totally non-existent. It's just what we know from one of two characters. It was like, okay, they just created the name CERN just to give it a link to a high-profile scientific organization. Otherwise, it has zero value to the entire plot.
Yeah, they did this because of like when the Large Hadron Collider was like becoming a thing that people knew about.
Yeah.
Stupid people thought that it was going to make black holes, and then so they added that little thing in there for fun. And I actually agree with you. They don't use CERN very well in this show at all.
No, what? This is based on a
They
light
could have
novel,
done
right?
so much more with the
visual novel.
CERN as a villain.
Visual novel. You can buy this on Steam if you wanted to and play.
How old is a visual novel? Like, was CERN was still a thing too, or was this like does this predate CERN?
No, it doesn't.
I was kind of curious if they added CERN in as an afterthought to the actual anime, or if it's always been part of the storyline.
CERN's been around for several decades. It was just a Large Hadron Collider that was about to be completed around the time they were starting to do this. Like the whole reference with the singularities, that was a big thing with CERN. About 6 months to a year before the collider was going to be finished, and they determined that it was not probable enough to be concerned with.
Yeah, it was really dumb.
I mean, even if you could make such primordial black holes like that, they would instantly evaporate due
Fucking
to not being
radiation.
able to absorb enough mass.
Yes.
Yeah, but Ari, here's the really fun thing. What effect does those singularities have on the plot? It's just as a secondary explanation for the time travel phenomenon, which they never had to explain in the first place.
That was a fun.
Remove CERN from the picture. Throw in any other organization. Remove the Large Hadron Collider and the singularities, and the entire plot continues with no difference.
Well,
Fair point.
Kareem, how do you really feel though? You seem
You heard inside?
is
No, I
maybe
heard
CERN is
inside.
CERN is just a personification of some other issues that we can talk. But this is a neutral space. We're all friends here.
Sure, it's neutral, but the minute it goes online, it's no longer neutral.
Oh.
So fuck no.
I guess that's fair.
And I am not drunk enough to speak about my troubles.
Oh, dude.
Well,
come
maybe
here,
next
I got
episode.
Whiskey.
Yeah, just pass it over. Just rub it against the microphone. I think it'll work.
Oh, wait, hold up. Wait.
Hey, literally, next time any of you guys are up in New York, I'll take you to 3 fucking bars in the club.
I might be up there
Why are
at
you
some
in New
point.
York?
Why not?
That's where he lives. That's where it works.
Fucking damn it.
Well, if you really want to know, Hunter, I originally came back with the intention to just visit my family because my grandfather had died about 2 months back.
Oh.
Then I was kind of forced to stay
Yeah.
to find a job, and you know what? It kind of worked out in my favor.
Living large in the Big Apple.
No, because you know what? It's with the subway system, you can travel miles without having to get in a fucking car. Down in Florida, if you want to do anything, you need to have a car.
Yeah.
Yeah, you also can't do anything even if you have a car.
Yeah, that too.
Welcome to a bunch of
Unless
Dicksniffers
you
talking
want
about
to
New York
travel for
City.
more than like fucking an hour.
We should start our travel podcast.
Yeah,
guys.
that's not just Florida. That's a lot of states in the U.S. People tend to forget how fucking humongous the U.S. is.
Yep.
Like, no, it's ridiculous because my company has offices in London and whatnot. So like, we had a coworker in from London. She's like, oh yeah, it was this town, that town, that town. Like, what was it? London and like 3 towns over. They're barely 30 miles apart.
London, Texas?
No, like London's equivalent, the equivalent between London and its form of and its equivalent to Boston. They're separated by like 30 miles.
I think I'm funny. I don't need your guys' fucking validation. Fuck you.
What do you mean that the U.S. is the second largest country by landmass?
You mean third?
Right. Get the fuck off my back.
Alright, can we talk about Steins Gate a little bit more? How about...
So time travel, huh?
You're
So-
like Woody Harrelson in that AMA. Can we please get back to Rampart?
Can we just focus on Steins
like,
Gate?
so did you guys notice how the psychological trauma he went through? We've only seen that in what, 2 other films?
Yeah.
Like, if I remember correctly, Edge of Tomorrow, with Tom Cruise's character went through something very similar, and which is just with almost giving up. Well, actually, when he did give up at one point, and I'm thinking, not Hog's Day, Groundhog Day. I'm thinking, yeah.
Oh, Groundhog Day,
Oh.
yes. That's totally a great comparison to this.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, Madoka Magica is pretty fucking close to this, too.
Yes.
With a certain
That was the
character.
4th one.
Yeah.
And ReZero.
Okay, guys, so, like, in a fucking time travel fight, like time power fight, who would win? Dio, Homura, or, the guy in this one?
Dio time travels?
Magical
Little bit.
girls.
Not really. He's not very good at it. He can freeze time a little bit.
What?
Okay. And how little is a little bit?
Like 10 seconds at a time.
Zawarudo. Yeah, Homer.
Roller!
Oh god, no.
Homer would
no.
kick his ass
We're not
in.
doing this. We're not doing
I would
JoJo on this
say-
podcast anymore. I'm just putting an end to it. I'm putting my foot down. No more JoJo on this podcast. You goddamn monsters.
Thank you.
Fucking garbage. I hate you. Shut up with
This
your goddamn
podcast is near
stands.
dog shit on the side of the road that is my destiny, Dio!
I hate all of you.
Oh, so Patrick Stewart in the new movie?
Oh, yeah. he has a bad day. In all the things.
Kareem,
Just pointing out, you do know Edge of Tomorrow was based off of a manga that
Yeah.
had the same premise, right?
yeah.
Of a manga, you
Yeah.
said? Really?
Yeah.
Of a mongoose, you say?
Yes.
A mongoose.
I would totally watch a time-traveling mongoose.
I'm
Fuck
not-
me, that sounds amazing.
Son,
Like Ricky
what
Tikki
did I
time
tell you?
travel.
son, what did I tell you about making up animals?
I travel. Fucking damn it.
Guys, Ricky Tikki time travel. Come on, it fucking writes itself.
Simmons, what's the name of that Mexican lizard that eats all the goats?
Wait. So David, you're saying that time defines itself.
Yes.
So it's recursive.
That's offensive. I don't fucking know.
Did he trigger you by saying recursive? What's wrong
Okay,
with this?
so guys, if time is cyclical, could they like send a text message back to Shakespeare?
That's...
Well, but if time is
Contact then?
if time is cyclical, is he sending it backwards or forwards?
How can time be a line if clocks are round?
Guys, listen, guys, time is irrelevant. The only time is party time.
I thought it was Miller time.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
you know it, son.
no. Is there a Key Peele? Is there a Key Peele thing about a party that never ends?
I think there is. There's also that.
Yeah, like there is. Like they're in a party and they're all rocking, and then they realize, okay, it's time to leave, and they can't leave.
yeah, the fucking party never fucking
I
closes.
mean, in like the final season of Samurai Jack, there were those rave partiers that were partying for 50 fucking years. So
Yeah, man.
Damn.
Dude, ecstasy is a hell of a fucking drug, let me tell you.
That's some powerful speed right there, buddy. Party all night.
Just tweaking fucking Hardman. Fucking just partying for half a decade. Like, shit, dude. Like, I don't know what the fuck you guys are rolling on, but you got your fucking money's worth of what you got.
Yeah.
It's the fucking Heisenberg meth right there is what it is.
But
Hey, ignorance is bliss.
The fucking Heisenberg shit, dude. Yeah, blue sky. You know, fucking
No,
fucking shit, man.
I'm saying meth.
Yeah,
I don't.
Not meth, like METH.
yeah. That
Yes,
I fucking
like
stutter. No, man, they're
methamphetamines.
pulling on some of that fucking sweet, like that kicks like a fucking mule, man.
Blue sky. Blue sky.
Yeah, man. The crystal blue persuasion, right?
So what did everyone think of Steins Gate?
I loved
You
it.
know what? I thought it was an anime with like animated pictures. It had like colors.
Thanks for showing up, Hunter. I'm glad you could make it this week.
Hunter's like, I'm just here so I don't get fined.
This is part of your
Not
probation.
guilty.
This is part of your
Man, I
probation.
really fucking like it a lot.
Show up
Like,
every
it's a really
week.
fucking good anime. I need to finish it.
David,
What's up?
I'll
Yes.
tell you what Steins Gate did to me. It's one of the 4 animes that have ever make me cry.
Oh.
Shit, man. That's a fucking
What's the other 3?
pretty goddamn good endorsement.
Dude,
Madoka Magica for the exact same reason. Angel beats the ending, and what was that? I think Sword Art Online at one point.
Wait, shit. Okay, hold on. Now I'm trying to think too. Elfen Lied,
Oh my god,
Alchemist
man.
Brotherhood, and Fruits Basket. Fuck you,
Oh my god. Fruits Basket. I can't believe you
dude. Fruits
said
Basket,
that.
man. That shit fucking hit me in the feels like a goddamn truck for some reason. I'm like sitting there, like kind of sobbing. I'm just like, quit being a pussy, David. Like, stop.
I mean, I've mentioned Your Lie in April before. It didn't really make me cry. It made me tear up a little bit at a specific moment at the end. It wasn't even the big reveal at the end. It was like one of the dude's last piano performances, and he was just fucking going at it. It was like, go, man! Fucking press those keys. You fucking
Push the
anime.
keys for God's sake.
The last hurrah.
But yeah, I don't cry anime because
Not what I heard.
Because I keep all my emotions inside, and then they burst, and because I'm healthy, and that's what I do.
Wait, emotions? It's just when did you have emotions?
Hey, fuck you, buddy. Get off my podcast. I'll fight you.
Anger's an emotion, right?
Oh yeah, that should count as one of the me screaming into a microphone, I guess. So whoever's made it this far and lived, thanks for coming all this way with us. We're not going to close up yet. I want to know what Carlos, Hunter, you gave us your great fucking conclusion of what you thought of the show. So let's see what Carlos thought of what he's seen so far.
The 10 episodes that I've seen, I have to say that, wait, what's that main guy's name again?
Okabe.
Okay, baby.
Okay, bye.
Something like that? Well, yeah. Okay, man, whatever. He would just stop talking and, start talking on the cell phone, ignoring the situation. That's like his coping mechanism or something like that.
Yeah.
Really annoying.
Who's doing that to travel in time, Carlos? Like
They
come on.
do kind of explain that,
clearly.
actually. Like, it's him putting on an act because, the one girl's his hostage, as he calls her. And I think in,
But-
episode 14 they explain that a little bit. Like, it's him fucking around and trying to make her feel better.
Yeah. It's nice.
Why, though?
You'll find out.
Oh, I mean, alright.
Because I think she was ready to fucking die, and he was like, wait, you can't go, you're my hostage now. I'm a mad scientist. It was, some line from a movie he liked or something, and she was like, oh, okay. And so, his whole thing is just talking to, the fucking cell phone, just, they're onto us,
Yeah, I mean, Minori and
just keep
Okabe
it-
have a pretty deep history with each other that you learn throughout the show.
That, and he seems to have a
I gotcha.
natural tendency towards eccentricity.
Oh yeah, he's totally Chinibyo.
Yeah, most crazy people do.
I like that he starts off, pretending to be a mad scientist, and then he just fucking becomes one.
Oh yeah, oh my god.
It's great.
He's just like, oh, mad scientist, hey, it's okay, you can't leave, you're my hostage now. And then he's like, let's build a fucking time machine and put
Right
some
down to the-
bananas in
right
it. Let's
down
put
to
a fucking
video
banana in
of
a
it.
time machine.
Oh, fuck that! Right down to the video of himself from the future.
Oh, that's.
I haven't gotten to
The
that
sheer
part yet.
confidence of that mad science.
Is that?
I've not gotten to that part yet.
Like it's one thing to see him just half-assing and winging that mad scientist shit. Then you see the video, and he's fucking living it.
It's fucking dope. I want to see that shit. I also what's Mayuri's the girl's name, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Minori.
Okay, so I love how fucking doofy she is. Like, when you're on a chicken bender, you gotta have some chicken tenders to go. I'm just like, who the fuck is this woman? I love her.
Yeah, she's pretty great.
I also like the fact that your mind exploded when I explained that it's Tuturu, because if you say it in the same tone that she says it in the dub, it's still the same thing.
Doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo.
Oh, it also runs to Todoroki.
She's fucking doofus though. I love her. I'm like, oh my god, it's like science, like math guy, hacker, and it's just like, I got some chicken tendies, my chicken bendy. Yeah,
I mean hack. Okay, hack.
yeah.
That's yeah.
Also, man, they got fucking played hard.
Oh, for those of you guys who actually seen the entire anime, have you seen the difference in the opening sequence between episodes 1 and the very last episode?
I went back and watched them. Yeah, it's really interesting. I don't want to talk about it right now because everyone hasn't seen the entire thing. But yeah,
Coolio.
there's a lot of
Yeah, I forget, has Hunter watched the entire series yet too, or is it just
No.
you, Ari, and Kareem have watched the entire thing?
yeah, we have Hunter.
Do you guys want? I'm gonna jump out of chat for a second. You guys want to talk about the ending of the series really fast for
I
a little
don't
bit?
mind spoilers, so
Yeah, I'll hop out from Anthem and stuff. Just tag us back in chat when you guys are done.
Should I drag you guys to the timeout room?
Yep, timeout room.
Carlos too, or
I'm taking you. There you
I'm
go. No, I'm taking you, Carlos.
Guys, it's the timeout room. Okay, bye.
Oh my god, really?
Oh my god, you fucking troll.
Alright, you're going there too, Hunter. Goodbye.
Wait, which of us is the troll?
Alright. So,
Why did you move me?
because you haven't seen the show.
I don't give a shit.
Whatever.
Go on.
So yeah, so it's a time travel show, so like obviously you're going to find out that at least one of the main players of the show like has been like in the future has been working at this. Like you find out that the John Titor is what's her name?
Amane.
Amane, yes. And that's a really interesting character. I like the way they dealt with her.
Yeah.
And everything else. You saw the video of Okabe at the end from the future, and he's still the giant nerd that he was back then. But because of all this shit he's been through, he knows exactly how to like push himself to go further and to like complete his mission, I guess.
Yeah. And then the whole kind of not exactly side plot, but kind of little focus where he's trying to help her find her dad, and then once they realize who it is.
Yeah.
The fact that he's been sitting there the entire time.
It's great. I love it.
And also gawking at her multiple times.
Yeah.
And you've seen the movie, right, Kareem?
I remember seeing an OVA, but I saw the movie, but I missed the ending that showed what's her name? I had it right here. Amane Yuki? No, Yuki Amane.
Yeah. It's interesting. Yeah.
Who's Suzuha Amane's mother.
Yeah.
That was at the end of the OVA.
That was a nice touch.
Yeah.
It was.
Like this whole show reminds me of why I love like something like Back to the Future so much. Like yeah, there's plot holes and there's kind of stuff that they should have like delved deeper on with story-wise, like with CERN, and obviously Back to the Future has a lot of plot holes, like when you introduce time travel as a mechanic. But it's so like concisely like such a tight story that and all the main players and characters work so well that you don't really care.
Yeah, and you see their character development from episode to episode. Even with the time travel, you still see character development.
Yeah.
Even as their personalities backtrack.
And you can be a nitpicky
Or
fucking nerd
roll
about
back.
it and like reverse engineer and like pick out, oh, this wouldn't work, blah blah blah. But like it's about telling a story. It's not really about like telling like the greatest like technical time travel adventure in the world. Like, because time travel isn't fucking real. First of all, you don't need to have to worry about it because like we can go forward, can't go back. Newsflash, we're going forward right now.
Honestly, this is one of the best time travel stories that I've seen, mostly because it's one thing to just, incorporate time travel into a story, but to actually use it as a central mechanic to the story and use it well enough that, all the events can be explained pretty well, is what is good writing.
You mean, I just lost my train of thought.
Choo choo.
Choo choo.
Yes.
Please.
High five. Oh, there you
No,
go.
like, Ari, I agree with you, because more often than not, whenever we're watching science fiction films and media of this caliber, they tend to overdo the science, and then it
Exactly.
becomes,
Exactly.
it detracts the viewers away from it, and then you lose the ability to keep track of what's going on.
Yeah.
And I think one of the reasons why Steins Gate succeeds at this is because they spread it out over 24 episodes.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, but Makise acts as a way to relay the information in simple terms to the viewer, so that it doesn't go over their heads.
Sure, I guess. I mean, she's still throwing around some pretty heavy science.
Well, she does, but she also explains it to the people in the room who aren't as privy to the knowledge of
Oh,
it. So,
yeah, you're right. And then they use it to avoid fourth wall explanations.
yeah.
Yeah. What I like about it is, they exactly what you said. They don't take the science too seriously. They don't try to go like a hardcore, like hard science fiction Asimovian sort of story or anything. They use it for what it's needed for, which is a plot element, a mechanic, and they don't really dwell on it too much. When they need to, they do for the story, but it's more about the characters, as stories really should be, like in my opinion.
Yeah, you know what? Come to think of it, based off of what I was saying earlier, it really was just a plot device. I mean, like, remove CERN from the picture and all that, and you still have the time travel mechanic, which is there. It doesn't even need to be explained.
Yeah.
Yeah, but by explaining it, you also tighten the area where plot holes can occur.
Alright, I feel like we talked about the ending, and then we can bring the other guys back in. But yeah.
I just want to say, I feel
Well-
like the OVA is the perfect ending to the series, in all honesty.
Well, something I would like to throw in is that they brought in CERN as his overarching enemy for 22 episodes. Then the very last 2 episodes, once he got back to that world light, they changed it to an entire civil war, and then that's all we hear about it. And like, to me, that wasn't very satisfying.
Yeah, they don't
Like
really
the most satisfying part about the ending was the personal interactions and him meeting back with what's her name with Kurisu again.
No, zombie.
Yeah, sure, zombie. Zombie or pervert? Which one?
You tell us, listeners. They won't tell it. We don't have any listeners. No listeners.
Is this a zombie or a magical girl?
Ooh. Oh, that's a good question, but that actually brings us
Girl
back
with
to
zombie Jessica?
Alright, let's bring in the other guys.
Awesome.
Shut up, Dave. Shut the fuck up.
Oh come on! It was a beautiful rendition to totally destroy the female stereotype of the magical girl genre.
I fucking loved that show. It was...
Talking about Madoka Magica?
No, he's talking about, is this a zombie?
Girl with zombie
Yeah.
Jessica.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that show's weird, man.
It is.
You guys, I have to thank you because you pulled me out of you guys just pulled me out of a JoJo conversation that I did not want to hear.
You are welcome.
So thank you.
Dave held
Okay,
you
but to
hostage
be fair,
in a
though,
JoJo conversation.
Guys, but Iggy's the best character, though.
That's
He's a dog, he's an asshole.
No
but he's gotta
JoJo.
stand, he's cool as shit.
alright.
He's a good boy.
Alright, let's put a pin in this Steins Gate discussion. If we want to revisit this at some point, like that'd be fun because there's a lot more for obviously the people that haven't finished it. We're getting Steins Gate 0 at some point as an anime,
Oh, shit.
and that's a
Like a prequel to it?
no, it's a different world line, and I can't say what happens in that world line because that'd be a big spoiler to the story.
That's fair.
But yeah, it's an alternate story, and like they told us we're getting an anime, and I believe them, so that'll be a thing at some point. And if we're totally gonna cover it. We're still doing this podcast at that point, and then
Fuck yeah, man.
hopefully some of you would have watched the rest of the series, and maybe the OVA, and maybe the movie, but probably not.
6 seasons in a
I
movie.
totally fucking will, if I can.
Yeah.
But for
Which
now,
means season 20 of Rick and Morty?
season 20 of Rick and Morty,
Oh, yes.
Evil Morty
I'm
coming
gonna
back.
get that fucking Szechuan sauce.
Whoop, whoop. Oh yeah, shit. Okay, so last weekend I was at SuperCon up in North Carolina, and Justin Roiland was there. And somebody asked him, if Rick actually got Szechuan sauce, what would he do? And he'd be like, I don't know. I was drunk at the time. I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck about. I was drunk. I don't give a fuck about this shit.
Yeah,
it's kind of great.
I kind of called that. I don't know if I brought this up on the podcast, but I think I've brought it up with you guys before, how I thought that whole Szechuan sauce spiel was because of the brain scrambler machine. Like, it kind of just fucked with his head for, like, temporarily.
I can see that, too.
It wouldn't be the first time something messed with his consciousness.
Yeah,
given the amount of drugs we've seen him on.
Oh, yeah.
Like, but for real, though.
I do love in that episode where he says that he has to get rid of his 6 years of improv, and then the rest of the episode he just can't fucking improv. Like, I have to take a shit now. See what guys, take a shit, guys. I take a shit.
Oh, that's
yeah, it's so fucking good. It's such a good fucking joke.
Oh, that's a baseball.
Gotta take a shit.
I gotta take a shit. What's the level 9 passcode again?
I want to use the executive bathroom, if you guys don't mind. Dude. So sort of tie in with Rick and Morty and Steins Gate a little bit. Somebody asked him, there's infinite worlds, infinite timelines with Rick Rick. If there's infinite Justin Roilands, what would some other ones of your timeline be doing? And he was just like, oh man, this is fucking depressing. Like, not many of them would be here and be famous. Like, there'd be like a lot of them working at like Best Buy with his parents still and shit.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, this sucks. I don't talk about this shit anymore, guys. I'm sorry.
That's the genius of Rick and Morty. The way it was originally pitched was not ripping, was wrecking off of
Doc and Marty.
Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Back to the Future with Doc and
Doc and Marty.
With Doc and Marty. And the thing that
lick my balls.
But the genius of the way they built the show around parallel universes instead of time travel is that whenever you bring in time travel, if you do it too quickly, it confuses people. As soon as you try to bring in paradoxes, it confuses people. With parallel universes, they get to do whatever the fuck they want, and they can get to go a further step beyond that and introduce the full breadth of parallel realities where anything is possible. Parallel reality where we're all women, for fuck's sakes, or we're all made out of dolls and shit. You know,
we're all
possible. And like I know we've seen that with the with the Rick Citadel.
Yeah.
It also lets them bring in a whole crew of like a unique cast, which their character creators do a fantastic job at doing.
Yes.
Also, like really cool too. Somebody asked him basically, are the Rick and Morty that we'd been seeing the whole time the same Rick and Morty? And he answered yes. Like they go through with the plot on the assumption that the pair we're watching right now are the same pair that we've seen since the very beginning, unless it calls for a joke specifically that makes it funnier if we switch another pair for like 5 seconds or whatever.
Yeah.
But do not forget, we have not been seeing the same Jerry throughout the series.
Is that true?
I think they threw that one joke in there just because it's like, why the fuck would it even matter? It's goddamn Jerry.
Yeah.
It's just really fucking evil, but I love that.
Did you ever notice the one time Jerry grew a set of fucking balls was when the entire world went to shit?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. They also pointed out too, at the end of that episode and stuff, where like the one pair of Cronenberg'd up Rick and Morty's get into that universe, and I was just like, oh boy, we're finally back to normal again.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he was saying that like the whole reason why they did that was because they thought it'd be funny if they just had like a Rick and Morty and another Rick and Morty just switch pairs, and that was it.
Yeah.
So it's like one of them fucked up the universe, and then like they left, and then like a pair came in that came from a universe
Also
that
fucked up the
normal.
universe.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that was a great way to put a pin in that plot line.
Yeah.
And that's something that they've done very well with their nihilistic take. It's like, okay,
It went full circle.
Yes.
He's also said too that he really fucking wants to have Snowball come back again, but he cannot figure out how to do it properly. But there's like, he's made like 100 fucking scripts where goddamn Snowball comes back, and he just cannot figure out how to put it in there properly again.
The reason for that is
I feel like
Roiland.
you and I have. Sorry, go ahead.
The reason for that is Roiland, he actually wrote a pilot for a cartoon show about, pretty much Snowball, about dogs taking over the planet. That's why he wants to do that so much.
Yeah, I know he really wants to fucking do that and shit, but it was kind of like a one-shot joke, too, for the end, but he was actually like, okay, but I really do want to do that again, because I fucking love that character.
It's because he actually... he has,
Planet
like...
of the Dogs.
He has taken hours of his life writing pilots to make a cartoon show about that, so obviously, yeah, he would want to do that in his, like, successful cartoon show.
Man, he must have a lot of experience with the Air Force with so many pilots.
Oh!
Oh!
Look at this guy.
That was good, Hunter.
Alright.
Son, you could suck a golf ball through a garden hose.
That's...
It's a whole different. It's a completely different type of flying altogether.
It's a
It's a completely different type of flying.
That's quite
Ah,
the
come on, no, fucking did it. Okay, whatever.
Alright, I kind of want to
Oh
cut
yes,
off...
I remember.
I
I,
kinda wanna-
had pasta.
I want to cut off this Rick and Morty talk because, like, this isn't just a Japanese anime show. We might do Rick and Morty
Yeah.
on this podcast at some point.
That's.
Oh, yeah, that's gonna be a really good show, I think, too.
So,
Like,
that was a pretty
To
good
talk about, I mean.
soapbox, actually. Like, I had a show I want to talk about, but that was a good chunk of Rick and Morty
Oh.
talk there. And
So are we going? Are we skipping to the boxes of soap?
no, we're skipping to the voting because we just had a great little segment of us talking about Rick and Morty right there.
Ah, shit.
fair enough.
I did have some shit I wanted to
Well, you
kind
can,
of quickly pitch, but
you can save it for next time,
Well,
buddy.
you know what, Ari? Take the same advice Rick has given Morty. You gotta make yourself known.
you're right. I have to be an even bigger asshole than Dave.
Exactly.
That's true.
That's
have
gonna
to
be a
bigger
fucking-
asshole than Rick. I almost said Rourke.
I can't believe
Rourke.
Dave actually cut himself off when he
Rourke.
realized he cut someone else off. That's like...
Oh. No, I was gonna say, it's hard to be an asshole bigger than me, so I mean, like, good fucking luck, buddy.
Alright, so since it's been so long since we voted, since we did one of these, should we have everyone just, like, be able to put in a show? Or, I think it was Dave versus Carlos last
I think it's me versus Carlos, yeah.
And now we can have Kareem. If Kareem, are you gonna come back, or is this your one pump chump? Your one time shine?
One time Stein,
That...
that's kinda good.
Okay, you suck.
No, it's not. Yeah, I do.
Kareem!
I think he's taking the shit, I don't know what's going on.
Alright. So, Carlos and Dave, do you have shows that you would like to put forward?
I only have one, but it's not an anime.
That's cool. Is it a Western cartoon?
Yes, it is.
Alright, so
What do you think about it, dude?
Well, how about you go first, Dave?
Oh, man. Okay, what are you guys in the mood for, like, recently? Are you in, like something more serious, or you want something, like, fucking goofy?
I want an ecchi harem anime.
Oh, okay. Come to the right place.
Thinking ecchi,
No.
I was kind of thinking about Panty and Stocking.
Oh.
Yes.
I haven't watched it. I know it's basically just like fucking R-rated Powerpuff Girls.
It's actually I would describe it as Powerpuff Girls mixed with South Park.
So basically R-rated Powerpuff Girls, yeah.
With so much lewdness.
I mean,
Yeah.
Powerpuff Girls did do a South Park reference itself. I think Blossom was wearing Eric Cartman's coat.
I forgot about that, yeah. Like
Yeah,
somebody like
it was.
knocks Bubbles into like a pile of like laundry. She's like, come on, guy.
And Panty and Stocking has some great music. No,
Oh, yeah,
like
dude,
the Devil Sisters songs and I Want You, or
Ah, fuck, what's the name of that one song? It's like one of their theme songs, I think. It's a fucking dope-ass song. I had like a CD for a while.
Anarchy.
Fuck, I can't remember the name of it. It's a fucking good-ass song, though.
Well, I mean, it is Gynax.
Yeah, I was thinking either Panty and Stocking, or if we want to go like serious, Kino's Journey is really good too.
Or you gotta pick one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Panty and Stocking though, if we're thinking about doing like, goofy, silly shit.
I just want a show I can masturbate to.
So which one are you putting forward?
Wait, is this my
Panty and Stocking, yeah.
Yep.
I guess I'll
Say it. Don't abstain.
should I even bother?
No, don't. I will vote for it if it's what I think it is.
Well, alright,
Look,
I'm putting it.
one.
Jesus Christ.
You guys have to get on
Alright.
that.
So what are you doing?
That I'm putting forward Gravity Falls.
Oh
Gravity
my
Falls?
god. Carlos, you, sir, have pulled out the fucking holy grail.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so who here has not seen this show all the way through?
Have I?
I memorized this fucking.
Who has
lived
not
this
seen it?
fucking
I could use a
show.
rewatch.
I have not seen it all the
Oh
way
my
through.
god, we can force Ari
What?
to watch this show. Ari doesn't like Western animation.
Yeah, let's just like fucking like Ludovico technique, just like hold his eyes shut and like watch this shit, man.
Exactly.
Well, I thought Kareem wanted to force us to watch Boku no Hero Academia, though.
I mean, I asked him and he didn't fucking respond.
Kareem, this is your chance.
Speak now or forever hold your peace.
Is he dead?
Or hold your penis.
Did he died?
That was
Guys,
that an eternal lie. Even with strange aeons, even death may die.
Guys, I think you turned into a goo banana.
No, we can't hear you. You can just type in.
Wet and floppy.
Oh, no, his microphone ate the shit, didn't
It's
it?
good that this is happening at the end of the episode. All right. So, would you be prepared to show up for future episodes if you're going to put forward a show for us to watch?
Stomp your hoof twice for yes.
Give us one of these or one of these. All right, fuck it. Let's vote for it anyways. Like, let's do this anyways. So, the shows are. I'll type them out.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
My man.
my headset pulled something.
Robot voice. Or good.
So yeah, would you be willing to kind of join us in future podcasts? I guess.
Yes. I already said yes.
We didn't.
At least I thought it.
Alright, so here's the voting. We have Gravity Falls versus Boku no Hero Academia versus Panty and Stalking. Remember,
Vote for yourself.
don't vote for yourself. Also, if your show doesn't get picked, that means you get to try again next week until we get to the end of the cycle. Then it begins anew, and then we have to fight over, like, when the cycle begins again, everyone gets to put in shows.
You get forced to watch something terrible like Aramanga Sensei.
Who would do that?
Overlord again.
Who would vote for Aramanga Sensei? Not.
But you know what's fucked up though is that there wasn't a fucking like he didn't stall for that one. We all voted for it. Well, you all voted for it. It's like this fucking better ass.
You voted for
Whatever.
it too, man.
I didn't vote for it, man. I voted for whatever the other shitty one was we were gonna watch.
All right.
That's not what I remember.
So once everyone is ready, get.
Keto the right answer. I think.
Gravity Falls
Yes,
again?
kind of the right answer. I voted for the right answer.
What was that about Gravity Falls?
How many episodes was it again?
Oh, what is it? Like 24? Like
There.
Of what series? Gravity
40.
Falls?
it's 40. Yeah, because it got 2 seasons.
Yeah, each season
Yeah.
had a mid-season.
And how many episodes is Panty and Stalking?
24, I believe. Or 12.
Don't know. Panty and stocking, image save, search off. We're taking 13 episodes for season 1.
Okay.
I don't have one.
No, it doesn't have a.
Yeah. 13 episodes plus 1 special.
Which the special is like horribly rated.
Oh, it's that bad, huh?
6.53 as opposed to the 7.78 that the regular season is.
Ugh.
All right, everyone get their votes ready. Again, it's Gravity
I'm ready.
Falls versus Boku no Hero Academia versus Panty and Stalking.
Versus Gravity Falls.
Versus Gravity. Oh my god, I have to think about this. You can't just fucking spring this on me.
Well, pick the right answer.
Well, we don't have Gator the right answer
right
in this
answer.
one.
Oh.
I actually heard that people didn't like the ending to Kato.
I talked about that last episode. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
You guys ready?
Yes. 3,
One,
2, 1. Vote.
Two.
So we have me voting Gravity Falls. Carlos is going Panty and Stalking. Dave is going Gravity Falls. Ari's going Boku no Hero. And Penny and Stalking, 2 Penny and Stalking. Alright, we're watching Penny and Stalking.
Wait, which?
Yeah.
We're doing Panty and Stalking?
Yep, because Kareem voted Penny and Stalking, so did Hunter.
Hunter.
Alright, I
how
guess some
could
panties
you?
and stockings.
Top 10
Gonna maybe have some starter belts too. You don't even know about it, guys.
I think Hunter wanted to see something he hasn't seen.
top 10 anime betrayals.
Same goes for Kareem.
So yeah,
All right, cool.
Dean, thank you for sticking with me.
I will stick.
You're welcome.
I'll stick with you. Like,
Well, in all fairness, Carlos, I was going to go for the one with the least amount of episodes because I'm going to be busy over the next week, and I have 2 parties due. One party I'm hosting on Saturday, and another party I'm going to on Sunday. So my time is going to be too limited to rewatch all of Gravity Falls.
all right.
Here's the beat of it.
I would fucking love to.
So here's what I want to put.
You didn't
forward.
have to watch the full thing.
Here's what I want to put forward. We've had, like, recently in the past, a hard time getting everyone to come and do these, and I don't like doing these if we can't have everyone in. So instead of doing this, like, once a week, 4 times a month, do you want to try and do this twice a month? Do we want to push it back a little bit so we get more time to watch
That'd be
these
easier, I
videos?
think, because a lot of us have been busy and stuff lately. I've got a con next weekend and stuff anyways I'm going to. I believe MetroCon down in Miami.
Yeah.
They
Tampa? No, Tampa. Tampa, it's in Tampa. MetroCon Tampa, yes.
Yeah. So this would put...
are on a
Sure.
cruise.
Sure, but I'm going to throw out a suggestion here because I haven't seen you guys do it before, especially with the previous podcasts I listened to. You're going to want to at least remind people ahead of time that is coming up.
I do. I try. And
He does.
I fail, apparently.
Well, like, okay, well, like, if everyone... Well, actually, no, aren't we all on Facebook and shit?
Yeah.
We are.
So just set up a fucking event.
Yeah.
Set up a fucking event and just consistently ping everyone the week of.
I will do it. So if I push this back, it's going to be the 10th of August instead of the 3rd, which would be next.
Works for me. Because I won't be here from the 14th to the 19th.
All right.
August 10th. Ooh, that just barely works out.
Oh man. All right.
Okay, so that's
Ooh,
the
the
next
I was
time
going to
we're
go to
doing.
conference.
Yeah. Next, when we come back and talk about panty and stocking, that will be
It's going to be when, the 15th you said?
the 10th.
No, 7th? 10th?
The 10th.
Okay, I can do that, I think.
The goddamn
Should be good.
10th.
I listen to you guys, I hear things.
Yeah, we believe you. You goddamn so and so. All right.
Is our podcast still going on?
Yeah, we're still going. I
okay.
I was about to prompt someone.
Oh my
I
We're
was,
still recording, guys.
I was about to prompt someone to say goodbye right as you asked if it was still recording. So would you like everyone together? Let's say goodbye to our listeners.
Adios!
Itadakimasu.
So long to the world of tomorrow!
Bye, you ungrateful bastard.
So long.
Sayonara.
We love you too, Ari.
Das
I'd like to say
Vidania.
goodbye.
残酷な天使のように
You ever smelled a man's penis? Oh yeah. I don't think that was the answer I was expecting.
Anime was a mistake.